That view never gets old. Well, hi guys, Lance here from the Rocky Mountain Life channel. Out with my buddy Steve today, and we're doing a dual sport ride. Right now, for those of you who may be familiar with it, we're getting ready to go up through Garden of the Gods. Now, a lot of people like coming out here and hiking around it. I've done that before. It's not really my thing, but I definitely like driving through it on the bike and looking at all the rock formations, especially on a day like today. It's absolutely beautiful. No wind. It's going to be about 74, 75 degrees today. And it's just spectacular. I mean, just perfect. I don't know how else to explain it. But the day started off kind of rough. It's a little after 10:29 or something right now. And got to Steve's house at about 8, shortly after 8. We were planning on doing this kind of early today because it's going to be a fairly long ride. But we got there and his rear tire was flat, even though he just filled it earlier that morning before I got there. So we put some more air into it, listened, and could hear it leaking, and it leaked right back down to flat in 30 seconds. Come to find out, it was a valve stem that was split or cracked. So we stripped the wheel off the bike, threw it in the back of his car, drove down to the dealership, motorcycle dealership, and had them put a new tube in it for him. And it took less than an hour, but you know, by the time we got back and put everything back together and got going, you know, it's after 10 o'clock, so we're starting a little later than we expected, but better late than never. I'm not on any time crunch today. Steve says he isn't either, so should be good. And these are the things that make this place famous. Stuff like this. Pretty dang cool. So I don't normally film much in the way of pavement driving, but Garden of the Gods is not your average run-of-the-mill pavement ride. Anyways guys, I'll be checking in with you as we go through the route. Hopefully show you some cool stuff. It's places I've never been, most likely, and should be fun. Let's go. Now, this is technically part of Garden of the Gods. This is actually Rampart Range Road. But there's people who live up in this canyon. It's pretty high rent district, though, I'll tell you that much. Pretty high rent district. I think that was the DRZ that went by me. I couldn't get a good look at it. I was concentrating on other things. We just went past Balanced Rock, surrounded by people. Even if I'd have tried to film it, you wouldn't have been able to see it because of all the people standing around it. But it's pretty famous. But this is not a Garden of the Gods video. This is a dual sport ride video. That mountain right there is Pikes Peak. And here is the uber high rent district that I mentioned a minute ago. People with normal jobs like me can't afford to live up here. See? It's this kind of ride that if I only owned a two-stroke, this would be more challenging. Not challenging to do, it's just not really the best thing for that two-stroke bike to roll along up these dirt roads in roughly the same RPMs, you know. So every time I start thinking about selling this, getting a two-stroke, I'll do a ride like this, and I'm like, yeah, can't do that. The bike I got now is perfect for this kind of thing. So what I need is a second bike. Yep, that's what I need. I need a 2-stroke in addition to this one. Now, if I could just figure out how to come up with the money, we'll make it happen. So we turned off of Rampart Range Road. This is 346. Just a great place to go ride. Pretty much guarantee we've gotten away from most of the people on this one too. Which I like. Yep, rained yesterday. It's rained a lot the last few weeks actually, which is great. Hopefully that'll keep these woods from burning come August. Keep things a little wetter. But boy, we got a beautiful day today. No wind. Great road / trail. No dust because of the rain. It's great. The only concern is going to be fuel. I've never actually gone further than 85 miles on a tank on this bike. And it did it, but I was nervous. So Steve tells me that this is actually it's 346 is the road number, but he also says it's Hotel Gulch. And I guess we're going to drop down into near Rainbow Falls here in a little bit. I'm trying to keep up with it a little bit so you guys can see the KLX in action. I don't know what that cabin was all about. Doesn't look like it's had much traffic lately. Look at that. We're not even in Garden of the Gods anymore. Still cool. Big one over there. There's one back in there that's tall and skinny. I don't know if you can see it. Pretty area. It's a great place to go and spend the day. Nice campsite. Got trees there and everything. It's awesome. Look, even outhouses over there. Yeah. Painted Rock Campground. Painted Rocks, plural. So we're turning now onto 341B. This is north of Woodland Park. We're not terribly far away from Rainbow Falls, actually. This is the Painted Rocks area. I've never been up this, I don't believe. Steve says he's been through it once. I think he was even on his BMW 650 sort of adventure bike that I think he sold. A little harder to jump with the extra weight on me. Ooh. Pine needles are slick. getting into something a little more serious. Still not bad, but a little more adventurous than a dirt road. Yeah. That's fun. I love how there's just no dust because of all this recent rain. It's great. Now we've turned on to 357. It's been an absolute blast so far. Perfect sort of riding for these little sport bikes. Kind of what they're made for, in my opinion. It's just been fantastic. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. It's been a great day. Still is. Because we're not even halfway done yet, I think. We haven't turned around, that's for sure. Yeah, when I do single track, I wish I had a different bike. Something a little smaller and lighter. And then I'll do rides like this. And then I'm really glad I got this one. It's just fantastic. This bait has been so good to me. We just passed a sign that said 364. Trying to keep track of these road numbers for you guys, just in case anybody wants to try and ride it. It'd be nice if I could remember it. Look, there's running water right there. There's been some parts of this ride today too where they were doing some logging and cleaning up some downed trees and stuff, and you mix in the beautiful weather and the blue sky and the trees and how everything's so green, and mix in the smell of freshly cut wood. Oh man, it's been great. Okay. No problem. Other than I got wet boots now, but that's all right. Well, I know where this is. I've been here before. And I've gotten wet here before. Ooh. That was pretty deep. How far up my forks did it go? Yeah, about top of my tire. So that's not too bad. Ooh. Steve got a little bath. Now this is getting near Divide. We're out near 717. A whole heck of a lot of fun though. power wheelies whenever I want to, especially going uphill. It's easy. Don't even have to pop the clutch. I'm not sure what the road number is on this one. I think it's 364. I think I saw a brief glimpse of a sign at one point, but could be wrong. So now we've dropped down and went through Lake George. So we're right outside of Lake George here. This is Tommy's stomping grounds. He lives out this way. We've got the creek here running next to us, which is pretty. Folks fishing. Wow, you can set up a shelter. Be doing some rafting, but done 73.4 miles since we got gas. I haven't added any gas to the tank yet. Still carrying it. Steve's got a bunch in a tail box that he's got on the back of his bike. It's going to be interesting to see. We should have enough to get back to at least a gas station. Doesn't look like Lake George has a gas station. Florissant doesn't have one, but Divide does. So I think as long as we got enough to get back to Divide, we'll need to decide if we're going to go back up and over the mountains to go home, or if we're going to pavement the way home. I'm not sure. I'm getting kind of tired. But we'll see. Well, we dropped down into Divide. First of all, we dropped down into Lake George, and then we rode some side roads to Divide. Now we're working our way over to Woodland Park. This is 365 D. D as in dog. So when we stopped at the Divide, I was able to get gas. We'd done 93 miles at that point. And I had already added some fuel from what I was carrying to get to the 93 miles. But I was able to top off my tank and then refill my spare bottles. So now we're going to see if this goes through or not. We're not sure it does. So 356D is a bust. It looks like it's an OHV type of thing, but it got pretty rough. Yeah, it looked like this thing turns into a pretty rough ATV trail. We're over 100 miles into all this, so neither one of us have the energy for that. Although I bet if we were a little bit fresher, it would be fun. Climb over the mountain. But I think we're going to still climb over the mountain from Woodland Park. We'll probably do the Rainbow Falls thing and up and over. At least that's my guess. So we're just outside of Woodland Park now. And I'm weary. I'm not going to lie. My butt is sore. I'm not used to being on the bike for that long. After the long winter layoff. It's about 4:30, a little after 4:30. We're going to go back up and over the mountain here, get back to Colorado Springs. And even though I'm tired, it has been a great day. It's been so much fun. The scenery's been spectacular. We've had so much rain out there. It's just, everything's green and beautiful. Even on the pavement like this, it's still a good ride. Now, I'd personally rather not be on pavement because it chews up my tires, but we probably will get onto a dirt road here pretty soon. I think we're going to get onto Rampart Range Road again. Drop us back down in the Garden of Gods and then home. It's been a great day. I appreciate you guys sticking around and coming along on the ride with me. And I will see you next time.